Okay, live from El Dorado High School, we are going to look today at how to calculate and find inverse functions and relations, okay? Easiest one is a relation, right? A relation is a set of points. And so let's say that we have the relation x and y. And let's say I have 3, 4, 5, and 2, 3, 4, right? This is a relation. 3 is related to, okay? 4 is related to 3. If you have 5, it gives you 4. Right? You understand that. Well, so if this is the relation, the inverse relation, the y's become x and the x becomes y. So if I have x and y, my first x is going to be
2, 3,
4, right? And this is 3, 4, 5. This is very, very, very simple, easy. X's become y's and y's become x's. Let's think a little bit about what an inverse relation is. Okay? So let's do one. Let's say that I have the relation, and this time I'll use a little bit more kind of like a set builder notation. I have 2, 1, 5, 1, 2 minus 4. Okay? What is the inverse relation?
1, 2.
1, 2.
1, 5.
1, 5.
Negative 4, 2.
Negative 4, 2. Very good. Okay? That makes a lot of sense. Let's kind of plot these and see what it looks like. Okay? So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wish I could make a better graph on the board, but this is kind of the best I can do. So the first point is 2, 1. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Okay? And then 2, we go 1, 2, and minus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So first question is, this is a relation, is it a function?
No.
No, why is it not a function?
Because there are 2 that are conjugate.
Yeah, there's 2 goes to 1 and 2 goes to minus 4. It's still a relation, but it's not a function. Okay, let's look at the inverse function. Where do I go? 1, 2. Okay. 1, 5. So is the inverse of this relation a function? No, it's not either. Okay. And then where do we go? Minus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Minus 4 and 2. Okay. Now can you tell me, when you take the inverse of a relation, what does it do to the picture? Like, can somebody tell me what that did? Yes?
It reflects it across the y equals x line.
Yeah, it reflects across y equal x. And so let's look at what y equal x is. It's like this. Do you see that mirrors it, right? It mirrors. So if you have a relation and you find the inverse of it, what does it do?
Reflects it over y.
Yeah, reflects it over y equal x. Well, if I have a function and I find the inverse, what do you think it's going to do? Reflect it over the y equal x. Okay, so this is what this lesson is about, and I need you to do all of these steps, okay? Because I show you the which way to do it. The right way. And if you do it the right way, you will get what kind of answer? The right answer. The right answer done which way? Yeah, you want the right answer done the right way, because if you develop this habit, you will always have it. Okay, so let's say that I have f of x is equal to x plus 6 over 2. How do I find the inverse function? Find inverse function. Step number 1. Replace f of x with y. If you had like f of x, replace it with y. So what would I write here?
Y equals x plus 6 over 2.
Okay. Now, doing the inverse, what and what were swapped?
X and Y.
So what do you think maybe I should do here?
Swap X and Y.
Swap X and Y. Okay.
So X.
Swap X and Y. And Levi, you're jumping to the next step. What do you want me to do?
X equals Y plus 6 over 2.
X is equal to Y plus 6 over 2. Now what do you think I need to solve for?
Y.
Y. Okay, so number 3, step 3 is solve for Y. Okay? So if I'm going to solve for Y, Braden, what do you think the first thing I should do is?
Multiply both sides by 2.
Multiply both sides by 2. I'll get rid of that denominator. So I'll say 2x is 2 over 2 is 1 is equal to Y plus 6. Okay, Jaden, what do you think I should do now?
Subtract 6 from both sides.
Subtract 6 from both sides. And I'm going to change the order. Okay, so I have Y is equal to 2x minus 6. Okay, so I swapped X and Y, I solved for Y. And then the fourth thing is what you want to do is replace Y with F inverse of X. So we go in, right, we found the inverse, let's call it the inverse. So this is now saying F inverse of X is equal to 2x minus 6. We are what?
Done.
Done. Okay. Is this easy or hard?
Pretty easy.
It's going to work as long as you put the steps in, right? Make it look good. Do this, do these steps, and you'll always get the right answer, and it'll always make sense, because really it's just like the relation. You're swapping X and Y, solving for Y, and then calling it F inverse. Okay. Now, do you remember when we did the composites? Do you remember the composite functions that we did yesterday? If I said, what is F composite G, what do you tell me that's equal to?
F of G of X.
F of G of X. If I tell you G composite F, that's equal to what? G of F of X. Okay, like that. Now this is an interesting text. If F and G are inverses, then F composite G is equal to X, and G composite F is equal to what?
X.
X. Okay, so I'm going to give you an F and a G. F of X is equal to 5x plus 10. G of X is equal to 1/5 x minus 2. 1/5 x minus 2. Now I ask you if F and G are composite. I mean, if F and G are inverses, okay? Are F and G inverses? What?
Yes.
Well, instead of saying yes or no, what should I do? I should find what?
Find F of G of X and then G of X.
How about F composite G, okay? F composite G is equal to what, Levi?
5 over
No.
Oh, F of G of X.
What did you do that was a very bad thing?
I missed that step.
You skipped steps. Now, I'm not saying you were wrong, but I'm saying you skipped a step. You always write down what?
F of G
F of G
of X.
of X. Okay, and not skipping steps, Braden, what's the next thing that I write down?
F of 1 over 5x.
Yes, F of, and you put the G in. 1 over 5x minus 2. Okay, now, Jaden, what do I do? Yeah, what happens is the G goes into what? The F for X. So I have 5 onto what?
1/5 x minus 2.
1/5 x minus 2, not forgetting my what?
Parentheses.
Parentheses, and then what?
Plus 10.
Plus 10. So what's 5 times a fifth x is? X minus
10 plus 10.
plus 10. It's equal to what?
F.
So it looks like F and G are what? Inverses. But I better try the what?
Other way.
What's the other way?
G of F.
G composite F.
Yeah, G composite F. Okay. So what is G composite F. What is that equal to, Mario?
G of f of x.
Yes. Why am I happy? He said G of f of x and didn't try to plug things in. Okay, that's equal to what, Josie?
G onto 5x plus
Not
10.
onto G
Of.
of. Okay?
G of 5x plus 10.
5x plus 10. Okay, why do I... You have to understand that this looks like G times f of x, which would be G onto f of x, but it's not. It's G of f of x. And that's why I want you to say it right, so you never get in there and think that you would be multiplying. Okay, thank you, Josie. Very good. You did a good job. So now what do I do, Logan?
You do one. It equals.
Yeah, but tell me, this is going to plug in where? Up here, right?
X, yes.
Okay, so that's 1/5, what?
5x plus 10.
Of, okay,
Minus 2.
5x plus 10, okay.
Parentheses.
What?
Parentheses.
Yeah, because if I don't put the parentheses, the 1/5 only goes with this, right? So I put the parentheses in, and then what?
Minus 2.
Minus 2. So what do I do with the 1/5?
It becomes.
Multiply it out.
Yeah, multiply
What's
it
the
out.
word we use?
Distribute.
Distribute.
So you get
1/5
x
times 5x is x plus
minus 2.
x
Oh,
plus.
yeah, plus 2.
And then what?
Minus 2.
It's equal to what?
X.
F and G are
Inverses.
inverses. Boom. We are done. Let me give you the homework. This was Chapter 7, Section 2. Chapter 7, Section 2. You are going to do 10 through 12, 16 through 26, 30 through 32. The bonus, or do 48. 48 is not a bonus. The bonus is 46. 10 through 12, 16 through 26, 30 through 32, 48. The bonus is 46. Boom.